Welcome back to Gurukul Online. This is Nishit Dey, your Sitar instructor. On the last video, we talked about the current sitar, where it came from, who invented it, the great minds that were behind this genius instrument. Today, on the first official class, we are going to learn the most important and the most important thing about any instrument is the seating position. You can look at various guitar maestros, you can look at various sitar, esraj, tabla, piano. Every instrument that we know of have a specific seating position, and it is important for a reason. If we do it wrong, it's going to be that much difficult. If we do it easy, if we do it the proper way, the learning process is going to be much more simpler. Having that said, the first thing that we need to know is that Imdad Khani Gharana and Maiher Gharana have different seating positions, and that too for a reason. We'll go there later. The first thing that we need to know about Imdad Khani's seating position is that this has to be in a 45-degree angle height. Why? We will show. The first thing that we need to observe about seating positions is that we have to sit cross-legged, and then our right foot, our right leg will have to go over our left knee like this. It is very important that you understand how this is going. Just to be more explanatory, we are going to do this again like this, crisscross legged, and the left foot is going to rest very close to your hip, and then we are going to grab the sitar, and this rounded position has to match the round over here. It has to rest like this, and then the second thing we do is the soft muscle that we have here, it is going to go above this portion. Around this area we are going to target, and we are going to rest it right around here. The third thing that we are going to do is we are going to use this thumb of the right hand, and every sitar, as I explained earlier, every sitar has a design over here to hide the joint, and we are going to use this as a mark where the thumb is going to be placed like this. And the fourth thing, that the most important thing, is we are going to keep the sitar very close to our bodies. Why? Because the left hand muscles we have, the biceps and the triceps, has to be very relaxed, and if you look closely, I'm not really having to spend a lot of efforts in holding the sitar, not much at all, and that will only happen if the seating position is perfect. We have to keep in mind that we are not looking for any kind of pain. Any kind of discomfort is going to mean that you're doing something wrong. Okay, having that said, let us observe how I have sat with the sitar. As I said earlier, every individual has a different body type, and eventually you're going to figure out how the perfect way for you is to sit with the sitar. For example, I have shown like this, but for me personally, I sit like this because this is much more comfortable, but it is recommended that you follow the textbook way for now. You have the sitar in your hands. Let us divide the sitar into two parts. The best way to learn, I think, is we are not going to have full concentration on both the hands at a time, at least primarily. We are going to divide the sitar from here. We are going to give this portion, the right side, to our right hand, and the left portion to our left hand. The right hand will be responsible for production of sound, and the left hand will be in control of melody or melodic structure or tone, you name it. And having that said, it is very important that we keep the sitar at a 45 degrees angle. How can you figure out what is 45? So this is the sa fret, the one that has the most gap. This is going to be your sa fret, and we need to have this sa fret very adjacent, very parallel to your shoulder. And secondly, it has to be very close, as close as it can be for you. The closer it is, the easier it is going to for you to see, for you to feel the sitar, and overall contact with your sitar. Having that said, the plectrum or the mizrab that is used to play the sitar on the right hand, these mizrabs are handmade. Every mizrab is handmade, which is why every mizrab is different. So what mizrab is good for you is going to depend on the size of your hands. So what we are going to do is, I recommend using these padded misrabs because they hurt a lot less, and yes, you might get a bit hurt, but it's going to go away very soon. So what we are going to do is, we are going to buy, when we are buying misrabs, it's recommended that you are at the store yourself rather than ordering it online. So it's going to be something like this. It is going to be slanted to one side, and that side is going to be our left side. How? We are going to, like this, we are going to put it in just like this, and if we see a very close image of this, we are going to, I'd say around 20 to 25% of this is going to be outside of your fingers, and when you move it like this, as you can see, the misrab is slanted slightly, very slightly towards the left and not in the dead center. Why? We are going to come back to this. So before we leave for the next class, 4 pointers. So you take the sitar, you place it right here, that's first. Second, you are going to use this soft muscle and place it right here. Third, we are going to place the thumb where the design has ended. And fourth, we are going to have to observe if the sitar is pretty close to us, upright in a 45 degrees angle. Having that said, it is very important that your sitar is straight. It cannot be twisted like this or this. We can customize later on, of course, but for now it has to be like this. That is it for class number 1. Hope to see you next class. Thank you.